here on a Monday night at Buffalo Wild Wings as we turn our focus now to Ladyjack basketball. We're joined by Ladyjack head coach Mark Kellogg. Is his team off to another great start? It's been a couple of weeks since you've been here with us, but you've had a few games, a few wins to talk about since you were last year. I think most recently, I guess, a big win over North Texas on the road, dominating.
Yeah, it was. Well, first I was trying to figure out why I got the invite tonight. I don't have a trophy or anything to bring with me tonight on this championship Monday, right?
It's trophy night, but this will just be an advanced trophy night.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel quite right. I didn't bring any hardware like everybody else tonight, but
you had one to bring from last year.
We did. Yeah, it was a little while ago now. Yeah. We're on to the new one, but yeah, no, it's been a pretty good start. The one slip up at Rice, but bounced back in a big way, against Texas Southern in a dominating win, and then played really, really well against UNT, who was in the WNIT a year ago and returned quite a few kids. And yeah, that was the best we've played all year. And we've
calm, cool, and collective over here.
I mean, I hate to lose, but it certainly showed us a few things. And I think we had them so sped up. We had this group of returners who wanted to play so fast and were ready to go, and then we had the new kids that were trying to get to play so fast, and it was just we were a mess basically is what it ended up happening. And then we were able to pull back and slow down a little bit. That's what we did against Texas Southern and played really well, and then to go to North Texas and do what we did was pretty special.
Yeah, I thought that the North Texas win on the road up there, as you said, they were an NIT team a year ago, and I thought that you might be challenged up there, but really it was just a decisive win from the outset.
Yeah, no, we jumped on them really early, and that was our third Conference USA and our opponent in the first 4 games of the season. And UNT, I think, was picked 4th, maybe 5th. I don't remember, right there with Rice. So yeah, we thought we had our hands full, which I guess we did to a certain extent. We just played well, and just got off to a really good start. Yeah, I say that the first quarter was still close. But the 2 middle quarters, we just, I think we had a 31-point second quarter and something close to that in the third. And it was just, we were at 41 with a minute to go in the third quarter. And I never would have thought that, not against North Texas.
You were here right before the season began. We talked about the prospects of what all you had coming in. And are you pleased with what you are here, I guess, 5, 6 games into the season?
Yeah, well, I'm pleased with the early progress that we've made.
Yeah.
And that was, we played 4 games in 10 days.
Right.
So it was the exact same schedule going into every game, and that was probably a little much looking back at it now for this younger group that we have. But then we got to catch our breath over the weekend, so that was good. Yeah, I am. I mean, we don't have a ton of depth right now from some of the injuries. We need to get Avery Van Sickle back if we can, just to provide a little bit more depth. But no, yeah, I think we're off to a pretty good start. We need the freshmen to settle in. They're having the kind of roller coaster typical freshman year, but we're just counting on them. So we need them to settle in. But our 3-headed post monster is legit.
They're playing. Yeah. They're playing kind of like the way you hoped that they would.
Yeah, we thought we would have a post presence and be dominant in there, and we have. There are 3 leading scorers. I've never seen a box score. If you look at our box score right now, our 3 leading scorers are our post players, and not one of them has attempted a 3-pointer. So you go down 0 for 0, 0 for 0, 0 for 0, and I don't know if I've ever seen that. So I'm now trying to figure out how we can run a triple post offense because they never play together. Like they have not played one possession. We have our 3 leading scorers who have never played together. And I don't know if that's very smart coaching to put, have your 3 best players and never put them on the floor together. So
I would think that it would be difficult to get them all 3, but certainly 2 of them you can figure out.
Well, we do that all the time. Yeah. But now what if we want the third? Because now it's even another mismatch problem. And so we go back to the old school Tex Winter and some of those guys. Running the triangle kind of triple post offense. And I don't know. I have to get creative because I never had to do that before as a basketball coach. But I do probably need to look at getting all 3 of those guys on the court together.
I mentioned before that last break the fact that you guys will be on the road this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. Your team will head to Puerto Rico for 2 games in Puerto Rico, Thursday and Friday, right?
Thursday, Saturday.
So off Friday, Thursday, Saturday, Ladyjack basketball in Puerto Rico. Talk a little bit about that tournament, who will play over there.
Yeah, it'll be a good trip for us. I think Ayana maybe is the only person that's been to Puerto Rico in our group, so it will be new for everybody else. And play Morgan State. So we played Morgan State in the WNIT in 2018. Now their coach is still there, but none of those same players. Right. But they're off to a 5-0 start, so they have not gotten beat yet. Quality competition is just okay. They played St. Peter's. I think the men's, the women's team, but from the men's team that made that run to the, Elite 8 maybe. And they play again tomorrow night, and then we play Boston College out of the ACC, who I believe is off to a 4-2 start. Bunch of new players. They lost 7 kids to the transfer portal last year, so they're all new. Got some size. Don't shoot it very well. I don't know that either team does. So yeah, I don't know. I'd look at it as a great opportunity to hopefully go win 2 games.
Yep. Head to Puerto Rico for the Thanksgiving weekend, and then back home. I guess the next action then would be December 1st, part of the doubleheader here. You got Gonzaga coming up here.
Yeah, and I don't know if you follow them, but they just beat Louisville and then beat Tennessee today.
36th anniversary.
So yeah, I would imagine they're going to be ranked in the top 25 when the new poll comes out next week. So I would, and they won't lose, I don't think, before they come here. So I think it's going to be a ranked opponent on our home floor. So that'll be pretty special.
Yep, and I know that Wally Crittenden, I saw the pack mail go out today. There's a special running for that one, December 1st. Ladyjack basketball, cram the Coliseum. Any open ticket in the Coliseum for that Gonzaga game you can get for $5. So come on out, back to Ladyjacks against Gonzaga at home. You went up there a year ago, played them tough, had them on the ropes late, chance to win on their floor. It'll be nice to get them back on your floor.
Yeah, no, it will be. Yeah, I think we were up with 3 minutes to go, and they hit a couple of huge shots. One of them, I remember, was even really well defended, and they just made a play. And a lot of those kids are back. I mean, they have a special post kid who's just wearing people out right now. I think they got Utah's best player to transfer in, and then the 2 guards that are from Houston, so they're seniors. That's why they're coming down here, is to get those kids back close to home. So they're pretty special talent too. So it's a really good basketball team that's well coached and physical and got some size. So I will be excited to watch our group take the court that night.
Again, that's December 1st here in the Coliseum, and part of a doubleheader. Men will play Northwestern State that day, but Coach Kellogg's team will play Gonzaga. Come on out, cram the Coliseum for Ladyjack basketball, and back this team as they take on what we suspect will be a top 25 team whenever they get here. We mentioned your team, the great start. We got just a couple minutes here. It'd be remiss if we didn't get a chance to talk about this because we talked about it in the past, how you plan your practices and games and whatnot on Sundays. Were you able to watch the Cowboys yesterday?
Well, I was traveling back. I was recruiting all weekend, so I did get to watch some of it. But then I was on Southwest, which they now have CBS, which was great, so I could watch it. But then CBS cut away from it. Did you hear that?
I've heard all about it. I saw Johnny Cardenas, who's on a holiday break I think he's on the Alabama coast somewhere. And they cut away from the Cowboys game to play the Bengals and Steelers.
They did, yeah. So
and Johnny tweeted he was not too happy.
Yeah, nor was I. So I did get to see. I think it was 30-3 maybe when they finally cut away from it. But so I did get to watch some of that, and that was a good bounce back.
That was a good bounce back. That was a great bounce back for them. They bounced back, beat the Vikings yesterday, 40-3, largest road win in Dallas Cowboys history.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe a week ago that was the first loss, right? Leading by 14 in the fourth quarter in franchise history.
That's what they said.
We're setting records left and right now.
There you go.
Some good ones and some not so good.
Brad Sham said that he believes that they had lost before, but he said the numbers say that was the first time they'd lost by 14. But he's only been, I heard Sham make the comment yesterday, 46 years.
I think he might know that.
Cowboy football. That's hard to believe.
Oh yeah,
that's 46 years of Brad Sham and Cowboy football, but a big win for them yesterday. And your team again back at home December 1st against following 2 quality opponents over the Thanksgiving weekend in Puerto Rico. What sort of plans do you have for your team in Puerto Rico aside from basketball? Anything planned?
Well, on the day off, so we have that Friday day off, so we have a little excursion planned in the old San Juan. Apparently that's where the big cruise ships port, I guess, and kind of go hang out. So they'll go get to tour that a little bit. They'll get a couple hours off that day too to, I guess, hit the beach or just kind of do the Puerto Rico thing. And then really that night though, we'll go watch. So Boston College and Morgan State play on Friday. So then we'll get to go watch Boston College play that night and then kind of get ready for there. So I don't know. I hope I can just go at least put my toes in the sand or water at least once. Because coaches, we don't get to enjoy that. Like, I don't go to Old San Juan. I'll be watching film and trying to get ready and, preparing. So as cool as it sounds, it really isn't as neat for the coaches.
That's the thing that everybody's always, they mention, you get to go, it's still work.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there to work. You're there for a reason, and there is work on non-game days.
We've been to Disney World, Disneyland with teams, and I've never set foot on inside the property, so that's just kind of the way it works. But it'll be a good trip. It'll be fun and unique, and some bonding for the team as well.
So that'll be coming up over the Thanksgiving break again. And don't forget now, circle the calendars, December 1st, Ladyjacks against Gonzaga in the Coliseum as part of a doubleheader here. They will take on what we anticipate to be a top 25 team in Gonzaga coming up here on December 1st. Thanks for being here tonight.
You bet.
Good luck in Puerto Rico. We'll take another quick timeout. When we return, we will visit with Ladyjack head volleyball coach Debbie Humphreys. Her team, fresh off a win in the Western Athletic Conference postseason tournament, headed for the NCAAs. They'll find out where they're going Sunday evening at 6:30. She's coming your way next on the Lumberjack Sports Network from Learfield.